Hey guys, welcome to Monday Moments with Fran. I hope that you're doing well. So, here in the UK, we are about to enter into a second lockdown. And whether you like it, loathe it, or you love it, I want to share some tips and some strategies that we can look at with a view to really supporting all of us do well for this next lockdown. Now, as a bit of a disclaimer, well, not for me really, but I do know some people who look forward to lockdowns. You know, I was chatting to somebody and they were saying that their lifestyle normally is like lockdown. They don't really go out a lot. They don't see a lot of people. And I was just amazed because, as you'll know, I'm an extrovert. And so it was quite interesting hearing their perspective. So some people are going into this lockdown and they're not concerned because they already live that sort of lifestyle. But I think for the majority of people, it wasn't the best news to hear on a Saturday evening. However, the decisions that have been made. And so what you and I can do now is really figure out the right approach so that lockdown does not become a negative state for the next few weeks. So the first thing I think is really helpful is to consider, what have you learned from the last lockdown? What worked really well for you and your family and for your household? What are some of the, maybe the new activities or the things you put in place that helped you guys manage well? You want to remember what they are and continue doing them. So if you guys were going for walks every day, you were having family time together, you really want to be intentional and put those things back into place. So what have you learned from what worked really well during the last lockdown? But also, what have you learned about yourself that didn't work well, or the decisions you made that weren't the most favorable? And really, again, now using that as an opportunity to switch things around. And so if staying at home 4 days in a row did not leave you in a very healthy state of mind, this time do things a little bit different. Now, I know obviously it's winter and here in the UK it is getting very chilly and the rain seems to be ever present. However, you can still go out for walks. You can still go outside and be active because it can be really, really helpful. So like I said, the first thing is learning, really remembering what have you learned from the last lockdown that you can take into this new one, because you better know what to expect. The second thing is stay connected. You know, stay connected to people that you love, that really bring life to you, that make you laugh, that you just have really engaging and healthy, wholesome conversations. We are so blessed to have some of this technology where we can speak to each other and can be on other sides of the country or even the world and still have meaningful conversations, albeit via a screen. And so stay connected, continue to talk to people. Don't just hide away at home with everything turned off and you know, you don't interact. I really believe that as human beings, we were made to be relational. We were made to communicate. We were made to have fellowship and live in community. And so don't always wait for somebody to reach out to you and then get mad because they don't reach out to you. When you can be the one to reach out, send a message, make a phone call, arrange to have a catch up over Zoom or Teams or whatever works well for you. But do stay connected. Like, you can have some conversations that just literally set you up for the day because they make you laugh, or you just kind of get that little bit of support that you need. So it's really, really important to stay connected. And the third thing that I want you to consider is your mindset. I spoke at the beginning of the video that certain things we cannot control, but there are some things that we can control, and our mind, our thoughts, what we are constantly thinking about, chewing over, meditating, all of those things we can control. And so your mindset needs to be positive. It needs to be one in which is going to really be life-giving rather than negative and really pessimistic. The outside world will always bring influences, And you and I have to work hard to remain stable and to remain focused and not to allow ourselves to fall into a bit of a dark place mentally and emotionally because of what we're hearing. Else we will forever be pulled in different directions. And so my encouragement is to really work hard to make sure that your mind stays at a stable place and is anchored, and you aren't always up and down emotionally and your thoughts are all over the place. And it absolutely is possible. There are different ways that you can do this, and definitely figure out what's the best way for you. One of my things is my own self-talk. So if I feel like my thoughts are not where they should be, I will just start saying to myself, Fran, what's going on with you? Where are your thoughts at? What are you thinking about? And just switching it to something more life-giving. As someone who is a believer, I will always go to the Word of God, and I'll remind myself about the scriptural truths that the Bible teaches me. And I will look in my mirror and say, Fran, you're doing well. Fran, you're going to get through this. Or whatever else is really meaningful for me in that moment. And so, yeah, really work on your mindset. You cannot change what happens outside of you, but you can change what happens within you. And so be encouraged. This lockdown is not the end of the world. It doesn't have to be a really negative and tough season. You can do some of the work to make sure that you position yourself to come out of it stronger, healthier, more successful, and more determined to really utilize opportunities that become available as well. So do take good care of you. Take good care of other people and encourage somebody. Maybe share this video with them and let them know that they're going to get through this season. Take care and have a good week.